Welcome back to the spring break series. Today I'm doing a shoe review slash rotation and what I use them on. So unfortunately I forgot the GoPro at home, so I couldn't capture my run. I did 4 miles at 7:12 pace, so it was a pretty successful run for an easy day. It didn't feel too hard. At first I thought my legs were going to be cooked from yesterday's progression run, but it wasn't that bad, so I was really happy about that. And I also kept my heart rate really low. I think I was like 143 average, so that was really good for me, and I ran like a mile on grass. So it would have been a really fun video to capture. But so my first shoe is the New Balance Fuel Cell V4. I really like these. They're overall shoes, so that means I can do my strides in them, I can do speed work in them, and I can daily train in them, and I can use my long runs for. And I really like them so far because they're super light, they're pretty cushioned. But one thing I will say I do not like about it is the tongue. The tongue slips back when I run or walk, so that's my only con with the shoe. But the bottom is pretty good for trails. I've had no problem with them on trails yet, so, and I'm hoping to keep that going. But I really like these shoes, so yeah. One thing I do like about the shoe is it'll propel me forward when I'm running, because it has that, so I use that. I really like that. I don't really like how thick the tongue is, but it's so my feet get sweaty when I use that tongue. But other than that, I really like this shoe. Next up, we have the Asics Gel Cumulus. I really like these shoes. I use them as my long runs right now because I used to use them in cross country, but now I've put like 400 miles on them, so I don't no longer daily train them. But they're super cushioned. I really like the whole overall look of the shoe, and I really like this lace where you can put your foot in, and they're super cushioned. They're not as bouncy as my other shoes, but they're still pretty bouncy. This isn't an overall shoe where you can use them for strides and all that other stuff and speed work, but they get the job done, which I really like. And so I'll take these on my runs, which are like 10 miles to 9 miles, and I'll use these, and they're super nice. I do like how the shoe propels me forward because of this right there. One thing I do not like about this shoe is how thick the tongue is, because usually in the summer when it's 80-90 degrees, my feet get really sweaty from how thick the shoe is. So I would definitely recommend the shoe more in winter time because it's not as breathable as other shoes. But overall, this shoe has served me really well. And the bottom of it, I don't know if you can tell, but the bottom of it is super nice on trails. Had no problems. In the mud and when it's rainy, it kind of messes with you, but other than that, I really like this shoe so far. Next up are the Vaporflys, and I use these for all my speed workouts and my tempo runs. And I really like this shoe because it's super bouncy. It's very, very breathable. It fits like almost like a spike almost, and I really like that aspect of it. One thing I really like about it is this heel part right here, because it locks my heel in. So like for people who have narrow feet, it's really helpful. And I really also like the laces of the shoe because they're the groove laces. So in races and in workouts, they won't come untied, which I really like. And the overall feel of the shoe is really nice too. The overall look of the shoe is really nice, and I also like the carbon rods in the shoe. And the bottom of the shoe also are super nice. It has great traction, so on your rainy day runs, it doesn't lose traction. And I'm sure I would use these for my daily runs, but it's just they're $180 shoes, so I'm not going to use them for my daily. Next up are the cross-country spikes I used in cross-country. These are the Dragonflies. They're basically just a cross-country version of the regular Dragonflies. So I really like these. They're super bouncy, super propellant. They're not as light as the regular Dragonflies, but they're made for cross-country. You're not going to get light shoes. So I really like these. I really like the design on the back. These are probably my favorite out of all the colorways. The black and white colorway, it's not it. But they're really cushioned. I really like that. They have Zoom X on them, so they're really nice for that. And I also like the laces because they're the groove laces, so they don't come untied during your races. And I also like the tongue of the shoe. It's super light, and I like this shoe. This is my favorite cross-country race I've raced in. Last but not least, we have the Nike Dragonflies. I really like these. These are my favorite out of all the spikes I've ever used, and they come over the Vaporflys. But what I like about them is the groove laces. Those are really nice, so they don't come untied during workouts and races. They're super breathable, so that's super nice about it. The overall look, these are probably my favorite color out of all the colorways, the pink ones. So I really like that. Then also, I really like the bottom of it and like how the plastic is. One thing I will say is if you are a heel striker, you will destroy these. Like, I was a heel striker in 8th grade, so when I used these for the first time, they just got destroyed. But they're super bouncy, they propel you far, so these are definitely right for maybe like the 800 through the 5K. So these are really nice. Currently like 10 o'clock at night, and while I was editing it, I was looking through the footage. I'm like, where's the outro? So I kind of forgot to film an outro. But so far this series has been really good so far, and tomorrow I'm going to have to change it up just slightly. I don't know what I'll put, and I'm just not doing the workout because they're not doing that workout that day. So I'm only making it a distance run that day, and I may add something up to the end. But Friday's videos, or not Friday's video, I mean Saturday's video is going to be something really special. It's going to be a really long workout, so I may do an uncut version and a regular version and like the edited version of it. So we'll see how that goes. Sunday's going to be the long run, Saturday's going to be the workout, and Friday is going to be tomorrow's run. You're seeing this all a day behind me as I film it. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please comment. Thank you.